Hey, what is up everyone? This is Private-Mittens and today I'm going to be giving you my Battlefield 1 review. I've got a lot to say, so let us begin. As you can see on screen, I'm just showing you the multiplayer before I go to the single player. Multiplayer is good. You've got this different classes as you would other Battlefield games. But see how I can't customize your soldier? You can only slightly customize your weapon. You can't customize the soldier, which that's the least of this game's problems. As you can see, other classes, they all play differently, but everyone in this game runs around with automatics and semi-automatics anyway, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. You're just better off using a semi or an auto yourself. I was using the Germans there, as you could see in the top left hand corner. Doesn't matter what country you use, whether it be Germany, Turkey, England, Italy, they all have that female voice narrator that you heard in the beta, which is hilarious. I mean, DICE could have at least got off their ass to do something to change that for all the countries, but whatever. This is your story mode. No, sorry, this is your multiplayer we were just in. You more or less you select one of the operations and you get put into one or either side, and you play best of 5 rounds depending on how good the teams play. But operations, quick match, server browser, you know, your standard. We'll get the story soon. Here's your soldier menu. As you can see, it's a lot different from Battlefield 1. There's your home menu, which what makes Battlefield 1 different, because it's just fucking hell. Anyway, and that's just your give money EA store and just your settings and shit. But as you can see, you got your dog tags. Now, have you noticed there's fuck all? There's these lot here, and no, that's battle packs. You see how they're all different? Yeah, would you like a PlayStation? This fuck all dog tags. At least in Battlefield 4 and 3, you got dog tags for certain objectives. Like, you get one like, say, there's a dinosaur on it, or Battlefield 4, you get one with like a Mega Man inspired one and all. So they really fucked up on the dog tags here, which is ridiculous. Your codex is your stuff you unlock in the story mode, which is like gives you insight and shit on the guns, the vehicles, and you know, just everyday things in the game, which I'm not gonna go into, you know, why isn't France and Russia and all in here, because that would make this video a lot longer than what it already needs to be. But yeah, now I'll show you the weapons, because I'm aiming at the weapons here personally. You'll see why in a minute. This is your assault class. I'll show you. It's the weapons. You got your sidearms, which all classes I think get the same sidearm more or less, and your gadgets and your melee. Now we'll jump to medic. That's their set. Support, their set. Now do you see something? There's a lack of guns in this game as opposed to Battlefield 4. And as I stated, you can't customize your character like you could in Battlefield 4, which is absolutely ridiculous. And just, and no one's brought this up either, by the way. Everyone I've seen is praising this game like it's God's gift and it's the best shooter of the year, which no, it's not. Yeah, I'm pissed off they did that, because I was really looking forward to, you know, having more in it. But let's get to the story, or stories as it should be. You've got, as you can see, they're all over the joint. That's your tutorial. Doesn't do anything for the story. Chapter 1, you play as a British tank commander. Story is boring as shit. This one you play as an American pilot in the British RAF. boring as shit. The Italian one's really good actually, but it's really short. The Australian one, which is the best, but also short. And the last is the Lawrence of Arabia, which is also very boring. I honestly think it's the worst out of the lot. And that's your credits. So yeah, that you can see, and we'll do the Australian one. But do you know how long it took me to do the story mode on hard? I always do these games on hard mode straight off. I did this game on hard mode in under 4 hours. If I had did this game on easy, I reckon I could have clocked this at 2 hours. I'm not even joking. It's that easy. It's that short. And it's just absolutely bollocks. I do not like the story. It is by far the worst story Battlefield has ever put out on the shelf. It is worse than Battlefield 4. Story-wise anyway. Worse than Battlefield 4 story. Battlefield 3 story. Hardline story. It's even worse than fucking Battlefield Modern Combat on the Xbox and PS2. That is saying something. The reason I'm playing the Australian one is because this is the only likable character in the game, and he only gets 3 missions which last not even 5 minutes each, depending on your difficulty. So, what the hell? Dice. But you'll see when we start, the graphics are absolutely fantastic. Like, it's not as good as Star Wars Battlefront, but it is bloody good at that. And the sound design is phenomenal, without question. As you can see, the graphics are pretty damn impressive. But yeah, the story is pathetic, and I'm one of these people that buy games for story. I mean, I buy the Call of Duties for their story. I'm not even joking with that. And I was looking forward to the story on this game, and I've heard from a few friends that this story was shit. I thought, maybe it's alright. No, it's shit. It's like the Black Ops 3 of Battlefield when it comes to the story. But yeah, the multiplayer on the other hand is, as I stated, people run around with semi-automatics and assault rifles, which are just, yeah, internet stable, very stable. So at least they fucking got it working at launch. There is a total of 9 maps at launch for this game, same as Battlefield Hardline had 9 maps, I believe. But Battlefield 4 had 10 maps, so it's missing an extra map. I know that's 1 map, but still, more content the better. The maps are decent. They took out the Levolution, and their Levolution now is, for example, on the French countryside, fog would come in and you hinders your sight. Exactly the same in the Sinai Desert. Sandstorm comes in. Hinders your sight. Wow. Fucking thinking outside the box there, EA and DICE, it's fucking great. I mean, at least with Battlefield 4, the Levolutions did something. Like, you had, the tower coming down in Shanghai. You had the flooding from the dam. Forgot what the level's called. But even though it didn't really do anything, you had the pipeline blowing up in the city, Outbreak or Dawnbreaker or whatever the map was called. At least they were different. And this, it's not. But there's one thing I really do like with multiplayer in this game is the airships. And the airships flying over, and you've destroyed it. It actually comes down and destroys whatever's under it, which is, it's really nice to look at when it blows up. It's really good, and it's the best thing to see in the game. But as you can see, I picked this mission particularly because it's the only mission in the game I like. I mean, look at that. That's amazing. That is like Normandy. If like they ever do a World War II game again, this needs to be put in a beach storm like this here. But yeah, as you can see, hit detection's okay. Sometimes it's you know, it has a mind of its own, but overall, it plays good. I've had no issues with, you know, the online, no issues with the game's, you know, controls or any of that there. No issue with the audio either. The audio is outstanding. The animations are pretty decent. I mean, not the best, but better than Battlefield 4 animation wise. But as you can see, it doesn't feel like Battlefield. Honestly, it's Call of Duty, and I think they deliberately intended to do that because why not? Let's just make Call of Duty, and you know, put a Battlefield skin all over it, and have all the kids buy it because, you know, it's all hip to hit Call of Duty now. But no texture pop-ins for me anyway, so thank God for that. But you see where it says A on the map? If you don't actually do the objective, like I'm doing this on easy just to show you, although I'm flying through it. See, because I did it on hard mode straight off, you essentially, because, you know, you die pretty quickly, you gotta get up the, you know, the trench, right? If you don't get there after killing a certain amount of enemies respawn. Why was that never brought up in anyone's reviews? Oh, but sure, doesn't people rip apart the old Call of Duties for doing that too? The infinitely respawning enemies? They did this on this, a lot of missions actually, to be fair. So, that's never brought up, and as I stated before, I'm not gonna go on with the, you know, why isn't France in the game, why isn't Russia, you know, all that kind of shit, because I could be here till Christmas. But yeah, overall, I like the game per se. I like it when you're just, you know, bored out of your head playing the multiplayer. You get your friends in a squad and just away you go. Single player though, it was so bad. I just, like, do you know what I was doing? I was pausing in between missions, and I was going and having a smoke, you know, going and doing something else for about 10-20 minutes, coming back and playing the game. That's how boring it was. I was not invested. The only character I was invested in is the one that you see now, but he only gets 3 missions. Wow. Instead of making 5 missions the way they did with, you know, all the characters, they should have chosen 2 of them or 3 of them and just make, you know, work around them and have a really long mission. Should have been the Australian guy, the Italian, because the Italian has the second best mission and he's the second best character in the game per se. And third, I would have gone with the British tank commander. But the Levolution, as I stated before, was rubbish. Destruction it's better than Battlefield 4, but it's not as good as Bad Company 2. I don't think we're going to see Bad Company 2's Destruction ever again, unless DICE pulls their head out of their arse and actually does something. But overall, would I recommend it? Yeah, depends. If you've never played a Battlefield game on a PlayStation or an Xbox One, I would recommend Battlefield 4 first. Because say what you want about Battlefield 4, even with its shitty launch, now it works, and it's a better game. Better story too, for that matter. But if you've played Battlefield 4, and you want a new Battlefield, you've probably got it already anyway, but honestly, wait for a price drop. I paid $60 for this, because I got it from Target instead of paying $100 it would have cost me in EB Games. And I still felt that 60 was a bit too much, to be fair. But this is the only time you actually see characters have emotions, you know, they're actually humans instead of, you know, oh, I'm a soldier, just go and, you know, go and kill, that kind of thing. But yeah, honestly, I'm disappointed in the game. DICE can do better, because I mean, Battlefield Bad Company 1 had a brilliant story. It was funny as shit. I mean, even Battlefield 3 had a decent story. It has some really good missions in it. Like, I loved going down where you're holding the mortar and you're actually running down the hill. That was pretty damn cool. And another thing I just actually remembered there, the theme of Battlefield in this game, if you can hear in the background, is terrible. I mean, it's not Battlefield 3's theme where it sounds like someone shitting down a mic, but it's just so lifeless for a Battlefield theme. I mean, every Battlefield has had a good theme except for 3. And Hardline for that matter, actually. But this one here, I think they could have done it so much better, especially, you know, the actual era they should have, you know, had it going with. But, yeah. Well, some texture pop-ins there, actually, at the top of the roof. So, yeah, actually, you know what? There is some texture pop-ins, apparently. But, yeah. Overall, as I stated, I like the game for multiplayer. Story, don't even bother. Like, honestly, just skip the story. You're not missing anything at all. Because I know a few friends have asked, you know, or they want to, Devil included, wanted to know if the game's good because he wanted to pick it up. Nah, it's not worth it, Devil. Just go and pick something else. Go and play Skyrim or something. But, overall, could have been better. Final verdict for this game is, I'd go with a 7.5. Yep, that low. I would have given Battlefield 4 an 8.0, but anyway. This is Private Mittens. Hope you enjoyed. I know I'm going to get hit for this, but I don't care. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Bye.